State your name and affiliation, and then please specify which student athlete your question is directed towards. So we'll start with an opening statement from Coach. Then we will take questions for the student athletes, dismiss them, and then we'll take questions for Coach. So now we're joined by Iowa State University, and we have sophomore Lexi Donarski, senior Ashley Jones, and head coach Bill Fenley, following a 78-71 win over UT Arlington. Coach, if you'd like to start us off with an opening statement.
First of all, I guess the definition of survive and advance for this tournament was probably what you could see from our team tonight. I was really impressed with UT Arlington. They played a phenomenal game. They're so well coached. They play so hard. Made some big shots. Obviously, the crowd, again, was a huge part, but I know there'll be a lot of things about what we didn't do, and that's okay. This tournament is not about that. This tournament is about getting things done so you can practice and play again, and that's what our team did, and I'm really proud of the way they found a way to win the game.
All right, we'll take questions for the student athletes, please. All right, we'll go here to the second row.
Tommy Birch, Des Moines, Rochester. Emily, you really came alive there in the fourth quarter. Did you sense that you had to, I guess, kind of take control of the game there?
Honestly, I just was trying to make the right play for our team, whatever that happened to be at the time. Just trying to find a way to win, and that's what we did, and I'm really proud of our team effort.
Ashley, what do you think about the way Emily kind of came up there late, I think the last kind of 4 or 5 minutes of the game there?
Yeah, Em does an amazing job of understanding the game, what she needs to do at the right time, and I think she did that really well, getting the right people the ball at the right time and being able to score as well.
For either of you guys, Emily and Ashley, after the first quarter, you guys trailed by 8. What was kind of being said? What was going through your guys' heads? It seemed like you stayed really calm the entire game, and that's kind of the nature of this tournament. But what was going through your heads after going in the first quarter with deficit?
Let's start with Emily and then go to Ashley.
Honestly, it was just a matter of keep trying to win the next play. Whatever the scoreboard says, that's our mentality throughout the whole game. So just trying to win the possession we're on, and then just chopping wood and finding a way back into the game and letting the crowd take over at the end.
Yeah, like Emily said, the games are long. You got to keep fighting, keep battling, and I think we did a really good job of that.
Rob Gray, Cedar Rapids Gazette. For Ashley and Emily, Coach Fenley talks about survive and advance. What elements of this game do you felt like you really shined, in the face of adversity?
Start with Emily again.
I thought we did a great job of battling back when shots weren't falling in the beginning of the game, just staying confident and knowing that those are shots we're going to hit, and just staying together as a team. That was important. In adversity, it shows a lot about what kind of team and player you are, so I thought we did a great job and really proud of our effort.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep fighting. Every team's going to give you your best shot, so you just got to keep battling, and our team stuck together and stayed calm, and we're able to make some plays down the road.
So that's something that can give you guys confidence, I guess, moving forward, knowing that, okay, the first half of that game was not far from anything that you would want, but you still kind of, I guess, regrouped and ended up surviving, like Coach Fenley said.
Yeah, I thought it was important for us just to continue to stay with our identity and not try to not let them take us out of our game. So just trying to keep that moving forward, and we're going to grow from this and continue to play.
Any more questions for the student athletes? All right, if you have a question remotely, please use the raise hand function. All right, that's all we have for you. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started with questions for Coach Fenley. Tommy?
Congratulations, Tommy.
Thanks.
Tommy got married today, in case you didn't know.
Big day.
Big day. He survived in advance, too. I don't know about his bride, but sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just kind of wondering what you thought of what Emily did there down the stretch at the end of the game, kind of taking over.
No, she did take over the game. The kid is the ultimate competitor. Everyone who's watched us play this year knows that. I think our team, we were trying. It just wasn't. It was one of those nights that everyone was a little bit anxious in a lot of ways, and it just. I think it goes. The number one thing is we're one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country, and we couldn't make anything. And I think that talks to, maybe you're trying a little too hard, but that's Emily's nature. She's a winner in every sense of the word, and I think she has a sense, Tommy, that we had a lot of some blank looks on our faces at times, and Emily just said, "Okay, give me the ball and I'll do something." And the plays were there and she made them. That's what this tournament is about. It's a make shot, miss shot game, but it's a make shot, miss shot tournament that everyone will talk about.
Is some of the things that didn't go right just kind of fluky stuff of kind of like what you had said, almost like, okay, almost adjusting to, hey, this is what it is? I mean, is it stuff that gives you confidence moving forward that, hey, Sunday will just be a totally different day?
Well, we better play a totally different game Sunday, or it'll be, it won't be any fun. But it reminded me a lot of the second half of the West Virginia game in the Big 12 tournament, where I don't know how many layups we missed. I don't know how many, and we missed obviously a ton of free throws, and those are things that our team usually doesn't do, and we can't do to be successful. Their matchups are hard for us. They're a little undersized, and obviously we played 5 guards a lot tonight, which we don't do a lot, but we had to. We just couldn't figure it out. So I think to our kids' credit, I told them at halftime, you just played maybe the worst 20 minutes we've played all season. The great news is there's 20 minutes to go. Go play the best and make the decision when you walk up the ramp tonight. Do you want to come back down that ramp tomorrow to practice, or are you going to go up that ramp and just keep walking? And to their credit, I think they learned a lot about themselves. College sports is supposed to be about a life lesson. Life sucks sometimes, and life doesn't go right sometimes. And we can all feel sorry for ourselves, or you just keep digging and fighting. And our team kept digging and kept fighting, and they earned the right to come back and play again.
Bill, Nye had some big moments, it seemed, on the defensive end. Got a couple baskets for you, too, but I think she had 2 or 3 blocks on Jacobs, who got her average, but it looked like it was hard for her to get it.
No, I thought Nye was really good. She got hit in practice yesterday. We didn't even know if she's going to play today. But she does a lot of things for us and gives us some versatility, gives us some ability to do some different things and play 5 guards. And because Nye can guard 1 through 5 enough to give us a chance. And I thought she was really, really good, really good.
And it's one of the things about the tournament, because you do start a new season and you go from the familiar to the unexpected is going to happen. Here's a team that comes in and shoot. I think they were 284th from 3 of the hits, 7 of the first 10. You guys struggled with the free throw line. There's a challenge and a beauty in that, facing the unexpected in every moment.
No, absolutely. That's the great thing about this tournament. And yeah, the Smith kid, number 34, is 0 for 10 on the season, and she sticks a 3 on us. But again, it's to they were very well coached. They were very well prepared. And we all know this is not a best 4 out of 7. And all the games that we've watched all day, and on the men's side or the women's side, every single team that lost is saying, oh man, if we would have made a couple shots here or there. It's the beauty of it and the pain in it. And it's what makes it, that's why it's madness. And luckily tonight we made just enough plays. I feel bad for Arlington. They did everything they could to win the game, and probably Emily Ryan and Ashley Jones and the best fan base in the country got us through it.
I know throughout the entire season, you relied heavily on Ashley, Lexi, and Emily. Tonight they scored, I think, 70 of the 78 points you guys had. When you look at that, is that just good, bad, whatever? I guess, what's that mean moving forward?
It's a great effort by them, and it's not good. We kind of reverted back to kind of standing around watching those guys play a little bit. And, I mean, Ash had 36, and, you know, it's one of those nights. I mean, she could have had 50. It just, you know, missing free throws and missing a few other shots. But we obviously, if we're going to have any chance Sunday, any chance, we better get something from the other people. They should be rested. So hopefully that's the case. But we'll try and throw something together. Georgia's really good, really good.
Do we have any more in-person questions for Coach Fenley? Okay, we'll move to remote, and we'll start with Isaac Apelt.
Hi, Coach. Isaac Appel with the Shorthorn. It's a paper for UTA. Congratulations, Coach, on the win.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, what did you see from UTA early that helped them build that lead? And then how did you tell your team to respond to get the win?
No, I thought early Arlington made some shots that normally I don't know that they would make, but they ran some really good stuff. They inverted their offense. We had a hard time guarding in space. They got the ball into the lane way too many times against us. And then I thought defensively they didn't panic. They kept guarding the way they wanted to. They did a lot of switching. They kept the ball in front of them. We had some really good shots early, as I mentioned, free throws. But I thought our team, for the most part, like I said, we try and play the game with poise and purpose is what we tell our players. And I thought, at least in the second half, our poise and purpose was really good.
Any more questions for Coach Fenley? Coach, congratulations, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, everyone. I know it's a late night. Appreciate your time.
A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www. Through Zoom. Please use the raise hand function if you would like to ask a question. We're now joined by UT Arlington, and we have senior Claire Chastain, senior Taryn Milton, and head coach Sharika Wright. We will start with an opening statement from Coach Wright. Then we will take all questions for student athletes. Once they are dismissed, we'll take questions for Coach. So Coach, if you'd like to start us off.
Yeah, I had to take a deep breath. That was an amazing environment here tonight for our kids, for women's basketball. Again, I always give credit where credit is due. Iowa State is a tremendous basketball team. They stayed true to themselves. They had an amazing crowd, but I am so proud of those women in my locker room tonight. They battled, they competed, they stayed together, and we really put UT Arlington on the map and put a big-time display of grit and showed parity within our women's game. It was a fun game to coach, being that first time head coach in that seat. But I'm so proud of these kids, so proud of these seniors, my 7 seniors that are in that locker room. and to Star Jacobs, who returns here as a player to be on that list for an All-American next year. So I'm so proud of him.
Thanks, Coach. All right, we'll take questions for the student athletes now. We'll go to Brandon in the front.
Hey, this is Brandon Hines with the Dallas Morning News. Taryn, I mean, yesterday afternoon we talked about how you guys wanted to come in here and compete, and obviously you guys did that, and then even more in this game. Can you just speak about the belief you guys had as a team when you guys built that lead? You guys had a chance to pull this out?
I think we were just focusing on our game plan. We were locking down on defense. We were rebounding. We were trying to push it, and I think we were getting good shots and making them. So that kind of stuff makes a difference in the game.
And then for Claire, I mean, like, was there any point where you guys really felt like y'all would be able to pull it out? And can you just speak on the general pride, I guess, of how you guys played in this game tonight?
I don't think there was ever a time where we thought we couldn't win. We played with confidence. We played together. And, going into halftime, we felt very confident. And, they made shots when they needed to. But, we left everything out on the court, for sure.
And then, Taryn, can you take me through that stretch of the fourth quarter there when Iowa State hit those threes on the back-to-back possessions there? I mean, how did that kind of make things a little bit tough at the end there?
We messed up a couple times on defense. Iowa State's a great team. They're going to knock down open shots, and they made big shots towards the end of the game that led to their win. So I think if we would have stayed more disciplined on defense, contested the shots more, maybe it would have been different. But like I said, they're a good team. They're going to knock down shots. We just have to respond better.
And then, Claire, last thing I had, I mean, Coach Wright talked about how this puts Arlington as a program on the map. I mean, if you think about that, like, what was this night like in terms of establishing where you guys are at as a program?
I think this was a great opportunity to put UTA on the map. We made some noise tonight. Unfortunately, we came up a little bit short, but, we did everything that we could do, so.
Do we have any more in-person questions for the student athletes? All right, we'll move to remote, and we'll start with Isaac A. Pelt.
Hey guys, this question is just for both of y'all. Obviously, a great season. Just kind of walk me through what this means to get here for this school and the moments y'all have had this season that you've enjoyed.
Let's start with Taryn and then go to Claire.
It means a lot to us, honestly. We never got to experience this before, so Coach was just telling us to soak it all in, enjoy every little moment, and that's what we've been doing. We've been having fun with it, and we're just excited to get the opportunity to come play. And I think, we tried our best. We worked out there. We competed to the best of our ability. We just fell short.
Obviously, this has been a great opportunity. I'm glad we could have it our senior year. Just having this chance. Our senior group, we all stayed together, and, regardless of the outcome, we definitely left our legacy at UTA.
Do we have any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you so much for your time. All right, we will now take questions for Coach Wright. Tom.
Tom Crochelle, Des Moines Capital. Coach, your kids came out into that arena and were not in the least intimidated by the hostile setting. What had you told them, and what was the talk coming into the game that got you out to such a great start?
The answer to that is that, they feed off their head coach. And I like to say, as a leader, you walk into an environment, into a situation confident. We have been playing on the road. We have been successful on the road. And we just talked about just how fun this was going to be. And I just thought they responded. They have fun, and to hear that crowd, how loud they were, and just to hear our crowd, that also gave them confidence as well, too. And so, we've done that. I mean, again, these two young ladies that were sitting next to me, again, they understand the leadership piece. They have experience. They've played in environments similar to this, but they knew, and I told them there's no excuses not to play hard, not to compete. We have none of those. And I thought they responded to that. They responded to the challenge, and it put us in a position to have a chance to win the game tonight.
We don't need a transcript of it, but you had a short little talk with Star after she came out of the game. Can you give us the tenor and the point of what you were telling her?
Just proud of her. Proud of her. This kid has gone through a lot. She hasn't told her story yet, but you're talking about a kid who was resilient, a kid who has been through a lot, that wanted to give up basketball, and she took a chance on UT Arlington. And I told her, hey, you follow me, you follow this program, great things are going to happen to you. And I'm just so proud of her for doing that. And she has no reason to hang her head. I think the world, women's basketball, knows who she is now.
Brandon?
Coach, I mean, you guys were in this game like up until the last few minutes. Can you pinpoint some of the things that you guys did on the court that you walk away having a lot of pride in that gave you guys an opportunity to win this game?
Well, yeah, I thought for probably 36 minutes of this game, I thought we locked into the defensive scout. We knew that we wanted to give up twos more than threes, and I thought we did that for the most part. I thought we defended very well. I thought, especially in the fourth quarter, we lost Jones a couple of times to where she hit some big shots. But from that standpoint of it all, we always responded to their run. And I think that that's probably the thing that I was so proud of, is that, we didn't fold. We could have, but we did not. And yes, we surrendered a big-time lead, but good teams come back. That's part of the game. Like, you can't hold on to leads like this anymore against really good teams. They executed very well, but I thought we responded. We missed a couple of free throws, looking at it all here, missed 6 free throws. Those are critical, especially in possessions where we missed, 2 in a row, and we probably needed that to get a stop. But again, I just can't express how proud I am of them responding to that. And they knew as a game of runs, they just needed to stay tough.
And also, kind of like I asked Sam, I mean, yesterday afternoon we talked about how you guys wanted to come in and be a competitive team, and I know that you guys probably walked in here as underdogs, and that didn't seem to matter at all. Can you just speak on the journey that this team is on with the seniors, and that you've been on as somebody who's been in the tournament before, but first time as a head coach? I mean, I know the game just ended, it might be hard to put into words, but can you do the best for me?
Yeah, I can. I talked about this yesterday about living in the moment, right? It has been a tremendous moment for me in the second year to come in and lead a group that believed in what I was saying about the 2 feet in and being locked into it. I knew what I had in this team. I knew we had pieces. I love the versatility of this group. I love the toughness of this team. And we challenged ourselves. And we had some bumps in the road. We had some bumps, but they responded to that. I have an administration, talk about them because I think a lot of times coaches don't talk about how important your administration is and your support. And that was major for me. They allowed me to grow as an assistant who had never been assistant to a head coach. They allowed me to grow in this moment. And that's been critical for me. And I just want to, obviously shout out, Jim, who gave me this opportunity, and Russell and Debbie, the supporters, administrators. Those are important. And, obviously, I have our president President Callie is in here too to see the support. That's amazing. And that's important when you're trying to build a program and a culture. So when it's all said and done, I feel good in the place that I'm in right now. And I look forward to the future. It's bright.
Do we have any more questions for Coach in person? All right, we'll go to remote, and we'll start with Isaac Apelt.
Hey, Coach. They kind of asked about it a little bit with the 7 seniors, but I just want to give you a chance if you wanted to speak on just this team with this journey to Iowa. And then you talked about yesterday the goals that you wanted to set for this program. How do you think the performance today showed y'all's resilience and the tenor of UTA basketball as a whole?
Right. Again, those 7 seniors again set the tone for this. They bought in. They bought into my message, and it made it easy to coach them. It was fun. It was fun to coach them. It's fun to be in practice with them. It's fun to be around them as people. It's people. They're basketball players, student athletes, but they're great people. And it made it easy to coach them. And so to get to this moment and to be able to play in this moment, and we believed, we knew coming into this game that we had a chance to win. I didn't want them to say, hey, we just try and see where it takes us. No, we came into this game ready to compete. And, and sure enough, they did that. They did that. And I told them I didn't want to tear. I didn't want them to hold their heads, low for that, because ultimately, again, they're winners. It's just tonight, you got to take steps. It takes steps to win. You just can't get it all at once. And I know they don't know that. 18 to 22-year-olds, I was there too. I didn't understand that either. But it takes steps. It's a process. It's a process to win. And this is the first step in that process.
Do we have any more questions for Coach Wright? Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.